If climbing stairs, bending down, or even walking makes your knees ache, you're not alone. Millions of people deal with the same pain every day. The good news? You don't have to live like this, and you don't need endless pills or risky surgeries. With just a few minutes a day, you can retrain your muscles, restore stability, and move with confidence again. Do you have these symptoms? Pain when you go up or down stairs, discomfort getting out of a chair, a dull ache in the front of your knees after sitting too long. Or maybe your knees wobble inward when you squat, lunge, or walk. Even that crunchy, grinding sensation under the kneecap. These are all signals that your knees aren't the real problem. Often it's tight hips or calves, weak glutes, or simply years of moving in patterns that overload your joints. Today I'm going to show you 5 simple, science-backed exercises that anyone can do at home. Each takes just a few minutes a day, but together they can dramatically reduce pain, rebuild strength, and give you back the freedom to move without fear. The first exercise is the isometric lunge hold. This move looks simple, but it's one of the most powerful ways to protect your knees and retrain your muscles to work together. Here's how to do it. Step into a long stance, almost like you've frozen in the middle of a stride. Keep your chest tall, your back straight, and your core engaged. Your front knee should be stacked directly over your midfoot, not caving in and not drifting too far forward. Now here's the key detail. Make sure your weight is centered. If you push too much into your heel, the work falls mostly on your glutes and hamstrings. If you lean forward onto your toes, you overload the tendon and front of the knee. Find that balance in the middle of your foot. Hold this position for about 10 to 20 seconds. Then rest for a few seconds and repeat. Aim for 3 sets on each side, just 2 to 4 minutes in total per day. If you feel unsteady or sore at first, use a wall, a chair, or even a stick for support. Over time, as your strength improves, you can hold longer or add light resistance like a small dumbbell. The benefit is huge. This single exercise doesn't just strengthen your quadriceps, it teaches your glutes, hamstrings, and even your core to work as a team. It improves your balance, protects your joints from unnecessary stress, and restores confidence in movements like climbing stairs or getting out of a chair. Think of it less as a stretch and more as a way of reprogramming your muscles for pain-free movement. The second exercise is the wall sit. At first glance, it looks almost too easy, just leaning against a wall. But don't be fooled. This is one of the safest and most effective ways to build endurance in the muscles that protect your knees. To start, place your back flat against a wall. Slide your feet forward and lower down until your knees are bent at about a right angle, with your knees stacked directly above your ankles. Make sure they don't drift too far forward, which puts pressure on the patellar tendon, and don't let them cave inward. Keep your weight centered through the middle of the foot. If you lean back too much into the heels, you'll miss activating the front of the thighs. If you push onto your toes, you'll overload the front of the knee. Balance is everything here. Hold this position for 20 to 30 seconds, then stand up and shake it out. Repeat 3 times, adding a little more time as you get stronger. Aim for about 3 to 4 minutes total per day. If you want to make it more challenging, add a resistance band above your knees and gently press outward to fire up your glute medius. Or place a ball between your knees and squeeze to engage the inner thighs. The benefits go far beyond strong quads. The wall sit teaches your muscles to share the load, balancing the work between glutes, quadriceps, hamstrings, and even your core. This reduces stress on the knee joint, stabilizes the knee against collapsing inward, and helps prevent pain when climbing stairs, bending down, or standing up from a chair. And the best part? You can do this anywhere, at home, in the office, even while watching TV. Just a few minutes of isometric work every day builds lasting strength and stability, without impact and without risk. The third exercise is called the quad set, also known as active terminal knee extension. This one looks incredibly simple, but it fixes one of the biggest hidden problems behind knee pain: weak quadriceps that never fully activate. Here's how you do it. Sit on the floor or on a firm surface with your legs straight in front of you. Place a rolled towel or small cushion underneath your knee. Now press the back of your knee gently down into the towel, as if you're trying to straighten your leg completely. As you do this, squeeze your thigh muscle as hard as you can. You'll feel the quadriceps fire up. Hold that contraction for 5 to 7 seconds, then relax slowly. Repeat this 10 times for 3 rounds on each leg. The whole routine will take you just 3 to 4 minutes a day. Why is this so powerful? Because many people walk, climb stairs, or even exercise without ever fully straightening their knees. When you don't reach full extension, the quadriceps never turn on completely. This leaves the joint unstable, increases tension at the front of the knee, and over time leads to irritation, cartilage wear, and even early osteoarthritis. By practicing quad sets daily, you reactivate that mind-muscle connection, restore full extension, and give your knee the dynamic stability it needs. That means better support every time you stand up, less grinding when you go upstairs, and more confidence with daily movements. Think of it as turning the lights back on in a muscle that's been half asleep for years. Small, precise, and incredibly effective. The fourth exercise is a hamstring and calf stretch combination. This is less about brute strength and more about freeing up the muscles that pull on your knee and limit its movement. Start with the hamstring stretch. Lie on your back with one leg straight on the ground. Bring the other leg up, keeping the knee slightly soft, not locked. Use a strap, a towel, or even a doorway to hold your leg in. Now that you've finished the 5 key exercises, let's talk about recovery. This part is just as important as the training itself, because without it your progress can stall, or worse, the pain can flare up again. Here's the simple formula. If you feel irritation or swelling after your exercises, apply cold for 10 to 15 minutes. Ice helps calm down inflammation and keeps your knees from feeling heavy or sore. Later, when you're at rest, use gentle heat. A warm compress or heating pad relaxes tight muscles and improves blood flow, which speeds up recovery. But recovery isn't just about ice and heat. Gentle movement is like oil for the joints. A slow 5 to 10 minute walk or a light spin on a bike with no resistance stimulates the fluid inside your knees that keeps cartilage nourished and joints lubricated. And finally, know when to rest. If you feel sharp pain, swelling, or a sense of instability, give yourself a day off. Progress doesn't come from doing more and more. It comes from applying the right stimulus, then giving your body time to adapt and get stronger. Think of recovery as training in disguise. It's the quiet work that makes the next session even more effective. With smart care, your knees won't just feel better after exercise, they'll stay stronger and more resilient long term. Before you dive deeper into these exercises, let's make sure you're not making the common mistakes that actually make knee pain worse. Mistake number 1, letting your knees collapse inward. This is called valgus collapse, and it's one of the fastest ways to overload the joint. Always keep the knees tracking straight right over the toes. Mistake number 2, shifting all your weight to the heels or the toes. When you load only your heels, you miss out on activating the quads. When you lean too far forward on your toes, you overload the patellar tendon. The fix? Keep your weight balanced in the middle of your foot. Mistake number 3, skipping full extension. If you never fully straighten the knee, your quadriceps never activate 100%. That means weakness, instability, and more pressure on the joint with every step. And mistake number 4, chasing depth over form. Many people believe that the deeper they squat or lunge, the better. But if your alignment breaks down, all you're doing is grinding the cartilage. Quality matters more than quantity. Keep the range of motion controlled and pain-free. Correct these mistakes, and every exercise becomes 2 to 3 times more effective while your knees stay protected. Now that you know the exercises, let me give you a simple 7-day progression plan you can follow right away. Think of it as your roadmap to stronger, pain-free knees. Days 1 and 2. Start light. Do lunge holds for 3 sets of 10 seconds per side. Wall sits for 3 sets of 20 seconds. Quad sets for 3 sets of 10 reps, holding each squeeze for about 5 seconds. Then add gentle hamstring and calf stretches for about 1.5 minutes each, and finish with ankle rocks, 10 reps per side. That's it. Days 3 and 4 build up gradually. Hold your lunges 15 to 20 seconds per side. Extend your wall sits to 30 or even 40 seconds. Quad sets now 6 to 7 second holds. Keep the stretches the same. Add a couple extra reps to your ankle rocks, 12 per side. Days 5 through 7. Step it up just a little more. Hold lunges 20 to 30 seconds per side. Wall sits 40 to 45 seconds, and if you feel confident, add a resistance band or a small ball for extra muscle activation. Quad sets stay at 7 seconds each. Keep stretching hamstrings and calves the same, and stick with 12 ankle rocks per side. In total, you'll spend only 10 to 15 minutes a day, but you'll feel a huge difference by the end of the week. Stronger quads, better balance, and less knee pain when you climb stairs, walk, or stand up from a chair. Take this plan as your starting point, not your finish line. The goal is consistency, not perfection. Progress slowly, listen to your body, and you'll keep building strength week after week. Imagine this: climbing a full flight of stairs without grabbing the railing, standing up from a chair without bracing yourself, walking through your day without that dull ache in the front of your knees. That's not a dream. It's exactly what happens when you spend just 10 to 15 minutes a day following these steps. Your muscles relearn how to support you, your joints stop carrying all the stress, and your confidence comes back. Think about it. How different would your life feel if you could move without hesitation, without fear and without pain holding you back? That starts this week with minutes, not hours. And once your knees begin to feel stronger, every activity, walking, bending, exercising, becomes easier, smoother, and safer. This isn't about working harder. It's about training smarter, teaching your body to move the way it was designed to. You might be wondering a few things, so let's clear them up quickly. How hard should these feel? You should feel a steady burn in your muscles. That's good fatigue. But if you feel sharp, stabbing pain inside the joint, stop and reset. Pain is your body's warning sign. When should you add weights or resistance? Only after you can hold the basic versions comfortably, around 30 seconds for lunges and wall sits, without your knees wobbling or caving in. Once your form is solid, light resistance can help you keep progressing. Can you do this if you have osteoarthritis or old injuries? Yes, because these are isometric, low-impact exercises. They're designed to strengthen and stabilize without grinding the joint. Just stick to a pain-free range and progress slowly. Do you have to do all 5 every day? Ideally, yes, since they complement each other. But even if you only manage 3 exercises on busy days, you'll still feel improvements over time. How long until you notice changes? Many people feel less pain and more stability in just 1 to 2 weeks. With consistency, the benefits keep compounding month after month. Let's do a quick recap so you remember the full routine. Exercise 1. The isometric lunge hold. 3 sets of 10 to 20 seconds per side. This builds balance and coordination between your quads, glutes, and hamstrings. Exercise 2. The wall sit. 3 sets of 20 to 40 seconds. This strengthens the whole thigh, improves endurance, and protects your knees without impact. Exercise 3. The quad set. 3 rounds of 10 reps with strong 5 to 7 second holds. This reactivates the quadriceps and restores full knee extension. Exercise 4. The hamstring and calf stretch combo. About 90 seconds each, twice per side. This removes the tightness that holds your knees in a bent, painful position. Exercise 5. The ankle dorsiflexion wall rocks. 2 sets of 10 to 12 reps per side. This restores ankle mobility, so your knees stop overcompensating. Altogether, this takes just 10 to 15 minutes a day. Add recovery with ice, heat, and gentle movement, and you'll notice your knees feeling stronger, more stable and less painful in everyday life. Remember, it's not about doing more. It's about doing these exercises with control and consistency. That's what gets results. If this routine helps you, don't keep it to yourself. Hit that like button so more people struggling with knee pain can find it too. Share it with a friend or family member who always complains about their knees, and let's help them move without fear again. Drop the word knees in the comments, and I'll share a printable version of this exact plan that you can follow every day. And don't forget to subscribe, because in the next video, I'm going to show you 3 quick mobility fixes that unlock tight hips in just 5 minutes. A perfect companion to what you learned today. Your knees don't have to limit your life. With just 10 to 15 minutes a day, you can build the strength, stability, and confidence to move freely again. Start today, stay consistent, and your future self will thank you.